Okay, everybody, welcome back to another set of word problems in Stats and Probs. Are you with me? Let's go! So now we are already here in item number 9. Although the problem may be a bit hard, but don't worry, we can still manage it. Let's do this. Now, this is a question. Rihanna took a periodical test in science, and she got a score of 42, which pertains to a z-score of 0.67. The standard deviation of the distribution is 9. Letter A, solve for the population mean. Okay, here's a tricky question now. Because normally dapat for this question, we can already go on na to, what do you call this? To other situations. But we can't first because look, we already have the value of the standard deviation, but we don't have the mean. Pero sabi dito, Rihanna got a score of 42 in the 42 in the test, and then, yun nga, her z-score is 0.67 for that matter. So we need to know what is the average score. Kaya nga, now we're gonna have to solve for the mu. Do you still remember this formula? Let me write it for you. Okay, naalala mo talaga ang Z formula. It goes like this. X minus the mu divided by sigma, di ba? That will give you Z. Di ba? Pero look at this. Di ba? Remember, let's identify the given. Remember, sabi dito sa problem na to, Rihanna got a score of 642, which pertains to a Z score of 0.67. So our Z is 0.67. Tama? What is our X? X is what you call the random score or the random variable. And the random variable is 42. 42 minus the mu, because the mu is what we don't know. However, we know that the standard deviation is 9. Tama? So now all we have to do is to solve. So what do we do first? Of course, it's just like basic algebra. So you're going to have to solve for the following. So what's the first step? Of course, you multiply by 9. Multiplying both sides by 9. 7 times 9 is 63. 60. Yan, 603. Then 42 minus mu. Minus mu. Actually, what you can rather do is you can switch the variable to the left and to the right. So, yun nga. Or you can just say 42 minus mu is equivalent to 6.03. So, minus 42 on both sides. Seven, 9, 1. This becomes 11, 5, 3, 35. Diba? So, 35.97. Pero that's negative. So, therefore, that becomes negative mu is equivalent to negative 35.97 or simply divided by negative 1. Therefore, the mu is 35.97, which is simply 36. So, therefore, the mu is 36. Now, we already know what the value of mu is. Let's check with Excel to see if it's correct. So, ito na po yung solution sheet ko. So, this is my answer in letter A. Correct. The answer is supposed to be 35.97, which is simply closer to 36. So, ang ginawa ko dito, in this problem, it's 0.67 times 9, divide minus 42. Diba, remember, naka-parenthesis siya, and then divide by negative 1. Just like what I did here. First, I multiply both sides by 9, and then I subtract both sides by 42. They divide both sides by negative 1, and then I get 35.97, which is rounded to 36. So, therefore, the mu is 36. If we are to double-check through the concept of standardizing, diba, we type there standardize. So, we standardize our formula, and then as we standardize the formula, diba, remember, it will go like this, diba? We have 42, 36, 9, tama, we get 0.66667 to 7. That's already the same as 2/3. So, tama, that's already the right answer. So, take note that your mu is 36. So, mu is 36. Okay? Now, that's for letter A. Now, for letter B. Because just what I said, if you get the first answer wrong, everything will be wrong. Now, for letter B, what does it say? Solve for the probability of getting a score that is less than 22 or more than 32. Wait, diba remember class, I told you we are supposed to be on central limit theorem. Pero for this problem, hindi tayo muna central limit theorem. Bakit? Ganito siya. Let me show you what's going to be done. Okay? First of all, diba remember, this is the normal curve as follows. So we draw our normal curve again. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. What is our mean? Our mean is 36, diba? And then what is our standard deviation? Our standard deviation is 9. So this becomes 45, 54, 63, 27, 18, and 9. Tama? So that's what our normal curve looks like. So what is the question? The question is, solve for the probability of getting a score that is less than 22 or more than 32. Teka, where on earth is that 22 in the distribution? Well, meron. Kahit na wala. Dito siya. Diba? Dito nanggagaling ang 22. Yung naka-red. And then, saan galing ang 32? More than 32. Ito yun. Ang 32 ay nandito. Dito siya. Yan. So, you know the difference? Lahat yung naka-red, that is for the probability on the left. That is less than 22. Tapos, on the right, that is more than 32. So, this is like compound probability. So, now what we do? We have to solve for the probability of both of this. Pero how? Because there's both. Don't worry, this is very easy. For the meantime, let's standardize first every of our solutions. So, remember I said formula, diba? So, let's try 22. So, 22 minus 36 divided by 9. What does that mean? 36, diba? So, this becomes negative 14 divided by 9. And negative 14 divided by 9 is the same as 1 and 5 over 9. And 5 nines, diba? Remember, that's negative 1. Negative 1 point. What's that score? Negative 1 and then 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 and a bunch of 5s, diba? Tama ba? Try again sa calculator. So, let's try Excel. So, what is 5 over 9? Yeah, it's 5, 5, 5, 5, and a bunch of 5s. So, ang ginawa ko dito, nag-standardize ako. So, we type there standardize, then we did this. Diba, remember, nag-standardize tayo. So, we type there 22, 36, standard deviation of 9. So, tama, it's 1.5555556. Or 1.56 in short. Tama? For the second one, 32. So, 32 minus 36 divided by 9, that's negative 4 over 9. And negative 4 over 9 is the same is negative 4 nines, which gives us negative 4.444444. Diba? Kung nag-standardize tayo dito, we standardize 32, 36, 9, we should get this answer. So, tama. These are where the z-scores are located. This is where, ano yun? This is the 0.4444, negative 0.44. And this the negative 1.22, 1.556, diba? Doon siya. Now, let's locate it on the Z table to find the matching probabilistic values. Pero, what we are looking for is this one. Kasi nga, di ba remember, you can also solve for this one and this one. Pero just like what I told you, there's really a shortcut that can help you. You can solve for the one in between, and then from there, you can just subtract it up. Like for example, we find the z-score of 1.56, which is right here. And then solve for the z-score 0.44. And then subtract the two together because it's from here to here. And then from 0.44 from here to here. We subtract it from the large to the small. So we can get the one in the white border. So now let's look for that corresponding probabilistic value on our z-table. Locating it on our z-table, wait lang muna ha. So when we look for the z-table, where is that 1.56? 1.56 is right over 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 0.4406. That is the large z-score. Then, we are going to look for 0.44. Yes, 0.17. Now we subtract. 6, 0. This becomes 7, 3, 2. So therefore, the answer is 27.06%. Teka, wait. That's just only for this border. That's not the right answer. Because what does it ask for? It asks for a score less than 22, which is on this side, and a score higher than 32, which is on this side. So we need to subtract that by 100%. So 100 minus this one, this will give you 0. This is 7, this is 2, 9, 4. So the correct answer is 72.94%. That is the correct answer. Did we get that one right? Let's see. So this is what I did in Microsoft Excel. Ito yung solution sheet na ginawa ko. For this case, ang ginawa ko dito, normal distribution of 22, then 36, then the mean is 36, and then 9, then true. Then we should get the value 5.99%. which is simply rounded up to 6%. This one, on the right-hand side, ang ginawa ko, this is for the 1. Then the second one, I did 1 minus the normal distribution of 32, 36, 9, and true, so that we can get this area. And the answer that we get is 67.16%. Sum this up together, we should get 73.15, which is getting there, pero what we got here was just the approximation value. This is the exact value that we're supposed to be getting. So yan. Now, let's go to the next question. Letter C. If a student belongs to the 89th percentile of the distribution, this means to say there's a difference with Rihanna's score by how many points? Okay. So for this one, we're going to apply Microsoft Excel to solve we're going to apply my linear interpolation friend to solve the problem. Let's look for the 89th percentile. So the 89th percentile, if you look at our Z table, where do you think 89% is? And that's 39, diba? So where can we find the 39? Yes, 39 is right over here. 0.3888 and 0.3907. So 0.3888 0.39 and 0.39, what's that number? 0.3907. So that's 1.22 and 1.23. Diba? So yun po yung mga Z-scores. Tama ba? Is it 07? Put down your phone first. Yes, that's correct. 07. 1.2. So tama, that's 1.2. 1.22 and 1.23. So 1.22 and this is 1.23. Yan. And then this is your X, this is your Y, small, mid, large. Okay? And you know the formula, diba? This guy minus this guy. And then this guy minus this guy. And then this guy minus this guy. And then we have X minus 1.22. This guy divides each other out. And you get 0.19. Next, we have 0.19 times, diba remember na cross multiply tayo. So diba remember this one here, on the denominator, diba this one goes up. So we cross multiply. This one goes up, this one cancels. So 0.9 times X. And then times negative 1.22. Diba? Times negative this guy. Diba? And we should get this answer. And then here we did, diba remember this the score, plus the opposite of this, 0.2318, but it's in positive form. And then we got this. Then our answer here, divide by this guy. So we can get the medium. And tama, the correct answer is 1.226316. And then if we type normal standard distribution, this one, then we type there true, diba we're supposed to get this answer? Yes, correct. And that's already almost to 89%. That is the correct answer. Pero let's say we want to find out what is the probability. We want to know what is the raw score. So ito yun. So we type normal dot inverse, and then this guy, the probability, then the mean of 36, standard deviation of 9, we should get 49.03. Did we get that? Yes, 49.03, which is the correct answer. Pero that's supposed to be 0.04. So yan. The shortcut there is to just type normal dot inverse 0.89, 36, and 39 para hindi ka na mag-linear interpolation. Pero I'm showing you this on the using my Z table so that I will show you what's like if you were to use my Z table to do this, because my Z table does not start from the negative value. It starts from the checkpoint, which is the mean, and it's symmetrical. Not like in Microsoft Excel, it is ano yun? It starts from the negative infinity and continues up to the positive infinity. That's how the Z table is being read. Okay? So that is the answer in letter C. The answer is 47.03875 points. Pero that's not it. Kasi nga diba remember sabi ko, what is the difference? Diba remember sabi ko dito, if a student belongs to the 89% of the distribution, this means to say that there's a difference with Rihanna's score by how many points? Diba si Rihanna nag-score siya ng 42. But this person who scored at the 89th percentile is 47.038. So we need to subtract. So subtracting by 42, we should get this answer of 5.03875. Or we can just simply round it off to 5.04 points, which is the correct answer. So that's the answer in letter C. Next, letter D. Here's a tricky problem. With a Z-score of 2 based on Rihanna's score, how many people were involved in the interrogation of scores? Okay, so here's another tricky problem. And is this the part where the sampling distribution is implied? If you say so, the answer is a big yes. Why is it a big yes? Ganito siya. Diba remember sabi dito, with a Z-score of 2 based on Rihanna's score. Diba remember what is Rihanna's score? 42, diba? And then when Rihanna scored 42, the Z-score is 2. Diba? Diba normally sa normal distribution, when Rihanna scored 42 points, her Z-score is 0.67. Ngayon naman sa sampling distribution, her Z-score is 2. So if that were so, how many people are involved in the interrogation of scores? Ibig sabihin, how many people have she surveyed? Diba? Or how many students did she have interviewed or involved in the class? Diba? So that implies a sampling distribution. Now let's review the formula. Okay. So ganito kasi yung nangyari. Ito yung solution sheet ko. Sorry if I did not play the video. Pero this is how I explained in details. Ganito siya. Diba remember we have Z is equivalent to X minus mu divided by the standard deviation. That is for normal distribution. On this side, we have, diba remember this is the one we're going to do. Diba my standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Tama? And then let's identify the given. Diba remember the Z score is 2. Remember Rihanna's score is 42, diba? And then with a Z score of 2 based on Rihanna's score which is 42, and then the Z score is 2. And then diba remember what is the mean? The mu is 36. Bakit 36 ang mu namin? 36 ang mu namin dahil, diba remember, sabi ko, the population mean and the mean of the sampling distribution are always equivalent with each other. So therefore, 36 ang mean. And then our standard deviation is 9. Bakit 9 ang value ng standard deviation? 9 is the value of the standard deviation in the population. And then divide by square root of n. And now we're gonna have to solve for n, diba? How do we do that? It will go like this. Diba remember, we simplify 42 minus 36 and it gives me 6. So therefore, it's 6 divided by n divided by the 9 divided by the square root of n. Pero this might be a bit tough. What did we do to solve this problem? Eto na. We put 1 on the denominator for 2 and so that the fractions will be even. Para hindi kayo mahirapan. It will go like this. Yes. So therefore, it will become 2 over 1 times 6 divided by 9 divided by the square root of n. Diba? And then, diba, this one is a group. So we have to do this first. So that we can solve, diba? And then what we do, now we can apply cross multiplication. Diba remember kung na-cross multiplication dito, 9 divided by the square root of n times 2, we multiply this here. And then 1 times 6, we multiply that. So we multiply 9 times the square root of n, and it goes like this. So this one, we have to multiply fractions. So 2 times 9 divided by the square root of n will give you 6. Diba? Pero we have to multiply the fraction on the left. Yung 2 naman, yung nasa left, that's 2 over 1. We translate 2 into a fraction. And that becomes 2 over 1 times 9 divided by the square root of n. Now we apply the concepts of multiplying the fractions. Multiplying the numerators and the denominators. Multiplying the numerator, 2 times 9 to give you 18. Multiplying the denominator, 1 times the square root of n is just the square root of n. No need to write 1 anymore. Diba? And now you have 18 times divided by the square root of n to give you 6. Tama? And now you're left with this fraction. 18 divided by the square root of n is equivalent to 6. And do you know we can still apply cross multiplication? How? Yung 6, we can just write 1 on the denominator. Then we apply the cross multiplication as follows. 1 times 18 to give you 18. And 6 times the square root of n becomes 6 times the square root of n. The square root of n on the left side will cancel. And you're just left with something like this. So therefore, it's 8 times 6 times the square root of n. Diba? Now, did you know that the square root of n can be rewritten as n raised to the 1/2 power? which is what we most likely write in algebra. So 6 times n raised to the 1/2 power is equivalent to 18. And now, what do we do to the 6, diba? Diba, remember, if we do it in normal way, n raised to the 1/2 power, then multiplied by 6 to give me 18. But since we are doing algebra, solving for n, we are going to reverse it. So we apply inverse by dividing both sides by 6, because that's the last thing that we do to get 18. So 18 divided by 6 is 3, diba? And now we have n raised to the 1/2 power to give me 3. Or we can just write square root of n, and what is the opposite of square root? We square. So we square both sides, or we can just do n raised to the 1/2 power, then we square 2. Diba, remember, in the fraction, the 2 cancels, and it's just left with n raised to the first power, and n raised to the first power is just itself. Diba? And 3 squared is 9. Tama? So now we already know that there are 9 students, but we need to double check. How can we simply double check? Ganito siya. Let's write down the formula again. So now we have 42 minus 36 divided by 9 divided by the square root of 9. First, let's simplify the numerator. This is 6, diba? 9 divided by the square root of 9, we know that square root of 9 is simply 3. Tama? Or we can just apply the laws of exponents. 9 raised to the first power divided by 9 raised to the 1/2 power. That's 1 minus 1/2. 1 minus 1/2 is the same as 1 minus 1/2, 1 whole. Diba? And of course, we have different LCDs, so that becomes 2 over 2. And then that becomes 1/2. That becomes 1/2. So tama. That becomes 1/2, diba? 9 raised to the 1/2 power, which is 3. Diba? We're supposed to get 3 here, because square root of 9 is just 3. And 9 divided by 3 is just 3. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So check. So therefore, that's the correct answer. If we are to standardize this via Excel, we will see if we get the right answer. Ito yung solution sheet na ginawa ko. So ang ginawa ko dito, we standardize 42, which is the x, then 36, which is the mean, then our standard deviation is 9, divided by the square root of 9, diba? This is the square root of 9, and that gives me 3, diba? And 9 divided by the square root of 3 is 3. 9 is 3. And then here, I did this, diba? Yan. And that gives me 2, which is the positive score. So yan, that's it. And now we already solved for R, N. So take note about that, okay? Remember, just what I said, you have to double check on your answer, because if your requisite answer is wrong, therefore, everything is wrong. So yan. So the correct answer is 9 people are involved. Now let's go to the next question. Letter E. In the sampling distribution, a probability of 49.09% means to say that a student got a higher score than the mean, but less than what? There's a blank. So what does the blank mean? The blank means, diba remember, sabi dito, a probability of 49.09% that a student is higher than the mean. Okay, let me draw the normal curve first. Let me draw it muna. Okay, so here's the normal distribution, diba? So ito na yung normal distribution sa sampling mean. Diba remember, yung naka-pink, that is the sample scores of the sampling mean. Diba? So your mean is 36, and then diba remember sabi dito, the standard deviation is 3. So tama sabi mo, because when Rihanna got a score of 42 in the sampling distribution, her Z score is 42. Tama? Her Z score is 2, which is right here. Pero sabi dito, for a probability of 49.09%, diba remember, that means to say a student get higher than the mean. So let's look at the Z table again. So looking at our Z table, 49.09% is 49.09, 2.36. So that's 2.36. So dito siya sa 2.36. A probability of 49.09% is right here, 2.36. So that's the Z-score. So therefore, this one here, that's the 49.09%, which is higher than the mean. Diba? Remember, the mean is 36, diba? But less than, what's the score? Yan, the ibig sabihin, what is that score in that 49.09%? That means to say, diba remember, if your probability is 49.09% in the distribution from the mean, you went higher than the mean, which is 36. Pero you're less than, what is that score? But we know that the score is in between 42 and 45. But what is that score? Now we need to apply the z-score formula in reverse. So, di ba remember, our z is 2.36, di ba? 2.36. And then we have the random variable x minus the mu, which is 36. Then divide by the standard deviation of 9, divide by the square root of 3. We simplify this first, and we're supposed to get 2.36 is equivalent to x minus 36 divided by 3. Multiplying it by 3, di ba remember, you're gonna get this, di ba? So this one cancels, and this becomes 18, 10, 7, di ba? 7.08 is equivalent to x minus 36. Now, we add 36 to both sides. Adding 36 to both sides, therefore, our answer will be 43.08. So, tama, that is the x. So, the x is 43.08. So, therefore, with a corresponding z-score of 2.36, a student got higher than the mean, but lower than 43.08. Did we get that one right? Let's see. So, yes, ito yung ginawa ko. I just wrote there, normal dot inverse of 0.9909 because, remember, that's 49.9% in my Z table. Pero in Microsoft Excel, because it includes the negative side, so we know the negative side is always 0.5 or 50%. So 50% plus that 49.09% is 99.09%. And then 36, which is the mean. And then the standard deviation of 8256, which is 3. And then the answer is tama. 43.8308 points. Tama. So less than 43 points. Less than 43.08 points. That's it. Next, letter F. Let's go to the next question. Find the raw scores that bound 49% of the sampling distribution, which is at the center. Okay, so do I remember, this is a bit tough. Ganito siya. Let me draw another normal curve to explain furthermore about this. You can see, class, we have another normal curve. Pero sabi dito that bound 49% of the distribution at its center, which is at the center. So, ibig sabihin yung 49% ay nasa gitnaan. So, palatandaan mo, ang 49% ay nasa gitnaan. Dito nagagaling ang 49%. Kaso ang problema, we are not so sure what exactly is that raw score. Don't worry, ganito kasi yun. First, let's subtract, ano yun? Let's subtract 49% by 100. And we're supposed to get, let's just get 49 divided by 2. So that we can get the half. So 49 divided by 2, let me write that for you. And then, remember, this becomes 1, 2 pala, 24.5. So tama nga, therefore, we need to look for the 24.5% in the distribution. So this one will become 25.5% on the left side. This one will become 24.5%. This one will become 24.5% again. And this one is 25.5%. Now, when we sum this up together, 25 plus 24 equals 49. 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1. And plus 1 from 49 is 50. So, tama. So, now we have to find what is the distribution of 24.5%. And in decimal, we're supposed to look for this value, 0.2450. If we can find this on our Z table, that will be fine. That will be good. So, now let's locate the Z table to find that 0.245 and its approximation value. Hanapin namin yung 0.245. Yes, ang 0.245 ay malapit lang dyan sa 0.2422 at sa 0.2454. So, yan. Now, let's apply this in our linear interpolation system. Okay. So, here we have it again. Here we have it again, class. So, we have another set of problems. Small, medium, and the large, diba? And then, diba, remember, we have the x values and the y values. What is the y value? What is the y value? The y value is right here, diba? So, we have, what's that z-score again? 0.25, tama ba? 0.2454. Diba? We have to look for 0.245. So, 0.245. So, 0.245. On top is 0.24. What's that score? 0.2422. Diba? Now, let's type the z-score. So, the corresponding z-score is 0.65 and 0.66. Diba? 0.65, 0.66. Now we apply the linear interpolation as follows. Big Y minus little y, big X minus little x, divide them together, and then we have middle y minus little y, and then we have x minus 0.65. Tama? Now here, we have this guy. Diba remember na cross multiply dito? This one, we multiply by x, and this one multiplied by negative 0.65. Diba? Yan. And then this guy, which is 0.028 plus the opposite of 0.208 to give you this answer. And then, diba remember this one here? Diba remember this is what you did, diba? So the answer is right here. 0.028. Then add it with the opposite. Then from there, this guy divide by the one with x. So this 0.21008 divide by the 0.32 to give you the answer of 0.65875. And tama, that's already almost exactly to 0.66. Getting there. So that is exactly the z-score. Now we type here normal standard in distribution, then type that z-score, then type true to see we get that same probability of 0.245%. 75%. Yes, and that's correct. Pero if we were to subtract this by 0.5, we should get 0.2449. Tama, which is almost to 2.5. 2.45. 0.245. So tama, correct. So now this is what I did here. Ito yung sabi ko dito. Here's my solution. Ito yung sabi ko sa normal distribution ko. Diba remember this is the normal distribution. And what is the z-score? The z-score looks like this. Actually, to be honest, that's not the z-score that we're supposed to be looking for. Pero we know that 24.5% is in between 0.66, di ba? Dito siya. Tapos, dito siya ulit. Malapit siya sa 1. Lahat yung naka-pink, ito yun. This one is where the 25.5% is located. This guy. This one is where the 25.5% is located. So, ganito siya. Di ba remember, this is the formula that I did in Microsoft Excel. Ang ginawa ko dito ay, di ba remember, this is the left, di ba? The left tail is 25.5%, di ba? The right is 49. So this one, I divided by 2. So 100 minus 40, minus this guy, di ba? 100 minus 49 is 51. And 51 divided by 2 is 225.5. Here, what I did was, this guy, 100, which is the total, minus the sum of these two, so we can get this answer. Because we know that we're supposed to get 100 here. But that is in percent, di ba? In decimal, it will go like this. So, kailangan tayo divide by 100. So, di ba remember, 49% is located at the center. And then, we have 0.255. Tama. Ito yun. And then, 0.255 on the right side. Tama. That is how the Z table works. And then what I did here was, I did normal inverse so that we can get the raw score. Because, di ba remember, if we did the sampling distribution of the sample means, di ba remember, this is 36, 39, 42, 45, 33, 30, and 27. So for this guy, where you see that negative 0. What's that Z score again? Negative 0.658 something. The Z score, so the raw score is 34.0234. On the right hand side, that's supposed to be positive 0.658, diba? And what is that Z score? What is the raw score? 37. Dito siya, diba? Malaban lang siya sa, ano yun, sa 39. So that's 39.97, which is same as 38. Diba? So yan. So that's exactly what happened. And then this one, ang ginawa ko dito, normal distribution of this one, 36, which is the mean, and the standard deviation of 3, then true, and then we get 2.55. And that is the probability to the left. Then, we want to get the one including the center. So, ito yun. Diba remember this one, I did normal inverse of the, what you call this, the sum of the probabilities here from the left tail, 25.5%, plus the 49% on the center, so that we can get the remnant on the right, and then we type 36, and then the standard deviation of, the standard deviation of 3, then we type there true, so that we can get the raw score of 38, which is right over here. And then here, ang ginawa ko, normal distribution of this one, then true, to give me the probability of this one. And then this guy minus this guy, do we still get 22.55? Yes, we still get that right answer, which is right here, which is the remnant. So that is how the percentiles, so that is how you locate the raw scores. It might be tricky, but you just have to use your analytical, critical thinking skills to help you solve the problem, okay? And you need to evenly use the normal distribution to help you understand it and writing their means and samples, okay? So yan, and don't get messed up with your solutions. So yan, so going back, diba remember, this is where your 49% is, diba? So we have our negative 0.6, which is right here, 34.023, dito siya. And then the 38, which is right here. So these are 49%, these are 25.5%, these are 25.5% again. This is where you put your 24.5% and 24.5%. See that? See the magic? Now you already know that how this works. And that's how you locate the raw scores, okay? And then here's the summary. The left tail is 34.02 points, as you can see here, while the right tail is 38 points approximately. Because in general, it's 37.97. Pero because we can just round it up to the next whole number, we can just say 38 para mas madali. Okay? Yan yung letter F. Next, letter G. Solve for the probability of a student getting a score less than 34 or greater than the mean score by 5 points in both normal and sampling distribution. Okay, in this problem, it gets a bit tougher. Pero don't worry, kaya namin to. First of all, let's draw another normal curve. Pero let's apply the normal and the standardized. Let me draw it first. So here's my drawing. Do you like my drawing? Although it might not be exactly how I sketched it, pero I tried my best. So yan. So just what I said, ang 36 ay nasa gitnaan. Because as I always said, the population mean is always equivalent with the mean of the sampling distribution. And then, diba remember, sa normal distribution, what is our standard deviation? 9. So yung 45 ay nandito sa normal distribution. 54 and 63. Sa sampling distribution, on the other hand, I have 39, 42, and 45, which is right here. So therefore, our 1 is right here, 2 is right here, and then 3 is right here. Dito sa sampling distribution. And do you notice something about the curves? Yup. As you can see, for the standard deviation, the sampling distribution, it's much more skewed, steeper. But in a normal distribution, it's much more quadratic. Right? So that's how I can interpret. Now, let's answer the question. Diba, for letter G, solve for the probability of a student getting less than 34 or greater than the mean score by 5 points in both normal and sampling distribution. Ganito siya. Diba remember, a student getting a score less than 34, where is 34? Dito siya. Diba? Dito siya, diba? And if I were to shade it, it will go somewhere right over here. Diba? The one yung naka-red, that is for the left tail. And then, diba remember, greater than the mean score by 5 points. O yan, what is the mean score? The mean is 36. Pero getting a higher mean score by 5 points, let's say for example, diba you got 80 points, but you got 5 points higher. So that's 85. So therefore, if the mean score is 36, and you got 5 points higher, therefore you got 41. So where on earth is 41? Dito. And then you shade this area. Because sabi dito, getting at least 5 getting a score greater than the mean score higher than 5 points in both normal and sampling distribution. And now, here's the tricky catch. Now you're gonna have to solve for the probabilities in both normal and sampling distribution. Okay? So it's right here. And we're gonna have to find the center stage para mas madaliin. And then we subtract that from 100 so that we can get the answer. So first, let's standardize our normal distribution. So first of all, diba remember sa normal distribution, we need to standardize our 34. So 34 minus 36. Diba? This one is in ano yun? 34 divided by 36 equals, and then divide by the standard deviation of 9. That becomes negative 2 divided by 9, and that gives you negative, ano yun? Negative 0.222222. Diba? And that is within this boundary. Diba? This is the standard deviation of 0. This is 1. So therefore, that's the z-score. 22222, negative 0.2. This is where the 32 is located. Tama? Now, for a sampling distribution, we do this. Diba? We have 3 now. So 34 minus 36 divided by 3. That becomes negative 2 over 9. And in sampling distribution, 3. That becomes negative 0.666667. Which is right over here. So if you look carefully, where is 32? Dito siya. So therefore, this is ano yun? Tama nga. Diba? This is ano yun? Z-score of, this is ano yun? 1. Negative 1. This is negative 0.333 for 35 and negative 0.666666 for 36. Dito siya. Diba? 0.667. Diba? That is for the normal distribution. That is for sampling distribution on the left. And then we locate that on our z-table. Later, I will show you. On the right-hand side, diba, remember, for the normal distribution, we have 41. 41 minus 36 divided by 9, which gives me 5 divided by 9, and that gives me 0.555556. Diba? Dito siya. And where is that 0.5556? Dito siya, because 37 is 0.111, 38 is 0.222, 39 is 0.333, a bunch of 3s, 40, and 0.556. So, dito siya. Diba? Now, for the sampling distribution, on the right tail, ito na. So, 41 minus 36 divided by 3. That becomes 5/3, and that's the same as 1 and 2/3. 1 and 2/3 is the same as 1.6667. So, yan. And if you look for it, where is it? Diba? This is z-score of 1, diba? And then 40 is 1.332 in a bunch of 3s. And then that becomes 1.667. Now, we have to locate for all these probabilistic values in our z-table. Remember, ito, yung naka-pink at saka yung blue, that's for sampling distribution. Whereas yung red at saka yung green, that's for normal distribution. So now let's look for the corresponding z-scores, probabilistic values based on those z-scores. So let's start first with the red. So the red is negative 0.222. So 2.2 is 8.71%. Yan. 8.71 plus, on the right, we look for 0.56. So 0.56 is right over here. $21.23. We add this together, we get 4,992. Pero we need to subtract that from 1. Because remember, we want the one on the inside. Gusto niya namin kukunin sa ano yun. Because remember, that pertains to the outer, which is this guy. We want the one that's shaded. So 100 minus 29.94, and that is 4, and that is 0. We didn't skip. This is 7, this is 0, this is 0, and this is 6. So this is the answer for normal. Now let's go to sampling. Remember, what is our z-score for sampling? Negative 6.7. So where is 0.6? 0.6 is right here. And 0.7 is 0.2486. Yes. 24.86%. And then, for 1.667, 45.25%. Now, we add the values together. This gives me 11, 11, another 11. No, I think that's 10, right? 10, 70. So, that's 70.11. Pero that's not yet your answer. Because you need to subtract that from 0.1. I mean, from 100. So, 100 minus 70.11%. And I'll give you 1, 2, 9, 8, 9. So, 29.89% in sampling. So let's see if we get that answer right. Okay? So here is the answer that I got. Ito na yung sabi ko sa, sa normal distribution. So this answer here, that's for the normal left. The normal left is right here. The normal distribution on the left tail. Which means, di ba remember what's on the left? A score less than 34. So ang ginawa ko dito, normal distribution of 34, 36, 9, and true. And what is the corresponding z-score? The corresponding z-score is negative 2.2222 and a bunch of 2's. Which gives us a probability value of 8.71%. 8.71%. And subtracting that from 50 so that you can get this area. And you will get, yes, 41.70. So, di ba remember this becomes 0.5 minus 0.871. Tama nga. Tama, you should get that answer. 0.4129, which is that answer here. Pero here I got 0.4210. That's for the normal distribution to the left. Diba? And for the normal distribution to the right, diba remember this one, we're supposed to get 0.556. With a corresponding z-score, we get 21.23. And 0.5 minus 21.23, diba remember it goes like this. This becomes 28.77%. And yes, we still get the right answer, 28.95%. And then when we sum this up together for the normal, we get 70.13%. Here, I got 70.06%, which is almost to the answer that we're looking for. Malapit na, pero okay lang yan. That's for the normal distribution. Next, let's go to the sampling distribution naman. Remember the z-score of the sampling distribution, we get negative 0.6667. And the probability value that we got is 24.86. Subtracting that by 0.5, 50 minus 24.86, because it will give us the one to the left. So therefore, we get 2, 5, 1, 4. So 25 and 14%. Did we get that one right? Yes, it's 25.24% in accuracy. Pero in my Z table, it's just the approximation value. On the right-hand side, remember that is, 45.25%. So 50 minus 45.25, this is 0, this is 4, this is 7, and 5. So tama, 4.75%. Here we got 4.78%, 779, which is almost the same, but somewhat a little bit of discrepancy. And then when we sum this up together, we should get 30%. In here, we got 29.89%, which is almost a 30%. But that's okay, because just like what I said, that is just the approximation value. So therefore, what is the probability of having a score of less than 34 or greater 34 or greater than 41 in both normal and sampling distribution? There's a 70% chance for it to happen in a normal distribution. However, there's a 30% chance for it to happen in a sampling distribution. And that's it. Very good. That's a very tough question. It's tough, but it's quite worth it. Next, letter H. Find the raw scores that a student must get in order that he should be part of the upper 12% of the normal and sampling distribution. For that problem, this could be tricky. But don't worry, you still have to draw another normal curve. So, remember, let's draw another normal distribution of both the normal and the sampling distribution. Okay, so now looking at both of the distribution, remember, it will still look like this. So, the one yung naka-black, that is for the normal distribution, and the one yung naka-pink, that is for the sampling distribution. So, find the raw scores that a student must get to be part of the upper 12%. So, that is for the 88th percentile. The 88th percentile of the distribution. So, for normal distribution, we need to find 0.8, diba? For a corresponding z-score. So, remember, we do not know exactly where is the 88th percentile in the distribution. Pero, the good news is, we just have to locate for it in both the z tables. So, remember, 0.5 plus what gives me 0.88. And that's 38. So therefore, that's supposed to be 38. So let's find the 38% so that we can be part of the upper 12%. Hanapin na yung point 38. Yes, meron. 0.37 and 0.381. So now let's apply the linear interpolation again in Excel. Ganito siya. Here we go again. So now we have another set of linear interpolation facts. Small, med, large. Pero good news, we are going to use now the easy way. So this one is 0.379, 0.38, 0.381. And then we need to find the corresponding z-scores. So what are the z-scores that match? So the z-scores are 1.17 and 1.18. So 1.18 and then 1.17. Imagine if I were to type normal standard inverse, I just type the probability of 0.88. Therefore, I should get this answer, 1.1749. But that is inaccuracy. So now let's see if I can still get an answer again using linear interpolation formula. So let's try this one. So you know already the formula, di ba? Then here, this guy minus this guy, x minus 1.17, here times negative 1.17, then this guy, 0.1 plus 0.234, we get 2.235, and then this guy divided by 0.2. Yup, you still get the right answer, which is 1.1754. And actually, if I were to type this here, normal standard inverse of 0.88, yeah, I should get that. 1.174987, which is somewhat to 1.175. So that is the z-score. So that's the z-score. The z-score is 1.75. So now let's apply solving for the raw score using that z-score. Diba we have 1.175, diba? 1.175. Ito siya. So let me write this. In our normal distribution, which you see here, the normal distribution goes like this. 1.175 is equivalent to x minus the mu divided by the standard deviation, or 1.175 is equivalent to x minus 36 divided by 9. Tama? So we multiply both sides by 9 and add 36. So this one, we multiply this by 9 and add 36, and therefore the raw score is 46.579. 46. So if we were to find it, it's right here. So this is the z-score of 1. So dito siya, yung 1.17. This is where the 46.57 is located. Dito. Now, for the sampling distribution, it goes like this. Diba remember, this is the sampling distribution. We have 1.175 is equivalent to x minus the mu divided by sigma divided by the standard deviation, the lower square root of n. So now we simplify. So therefore, we have 1.75. We do not know what x minus mu is, but we know that 9 is divided by the square root of 9. 9 divided by the square root of 9 is simply just, square root of 9 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Tama. Now, we multiply it by 36. Now, we do this. Same formula again. Same formula again. So, this guy times 3, which is the standard deviation, then added by 36. So, therefore, we get the answer of 39. 39.525. So, where on earth is that 35.25? The 39.525 in the distribution is right here, which is at 1.1. Yes, dito siya. 1.17. 39.525. And those are the raw scores. If you want to be part of the upper 12% of the sampling distribution, for a normal distribution, you should be greater than 46.575 points, whereas in a sampling distribution, you should be 39.525 points or higher. That's it. If you were to check this in my real solution, ito yun. For normal, yan, tama. It should be at least 46.57 if rounded, or at least 47 points if rounded. Tapos, for sampling distribution, it's 39.52524, or 5.525, or 39.525 points if rounded, or 40 points if rounded. That's it. So that's how it goes. And last but not least, letter I. Name two conclusions that can be made. Diba remember while we were doing the word problems, I've already shown you some conclusions that we can make. And here are the conclusions that I made during the time when I answered it. Like for instance, I said, a student needs to get at least 57 points in order for him to be part of the 99th percentile of the normal distribution. However, we're using a sampling distribution, a student needs to get at least 43 points to belong to the 99th percentile. Ito yun. I did normal inverse of 0.99, 36, and 9, and here for 3, standard deviation for this matter. To show you what I mean, ganito siya. Diba remember, where is the 99th percentile? Dito siya. Diba? So, 56.93 is right over here for normal distribution. Ito siya. Diba? For sampling distribution, 42. Dito siya. 97, which is almost to 43. So, that's it. And that's it. So, that's it. So, everything what I made are all conclusions as you interpreted. So, if you found any other conclusion, leave it in the comments.